Solana will moonshot. Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about Solana and specifically why just 250 Solana will radically change your life if you are able to accrue that much. Now, of course, I always recommend a diversified portfolio, but if for some reason you decided to go all in on Solana, I'm going to explain to you today why exactly 250 Solana will radically change your life. So stay tuned, because today we're going to be talking about a price prediction for Solana. I'm going to show you where it's going to go, why I think it's going to go there, some of the pros and cons of investing in Solana, and how 250 Solana could absolutely change your life. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. You know why I love our sponsor, NordVPN? Because in today's video, I'm going to show you how to go and make $150,000. But if you make $150,000 and lose all of it to a hacker, then what was even the point? The reason that you should sign up for NordVPN right now with the link in the description box down below, or by going to nordvpn.com/Jeb, is because they are going to help keep you safe, secure, and private while browsing online. Now listen, you've already heard of NordVPN, but you've been wondering for years, why in the heck should I sign up for a virtual private network? What is that thing anyway? NordVPN is going to keep you safe by shrouding your IP address, keeping you and your identity private while you browse online. If you put tens of thousands of dollars into cryptocurrency, wouldn't you want to defend that somehow? You don't have a home with no home insurance. You don't have a car with no car insurance. In the same way, don't walk around with a massive cryptocurrency portfolio without putting some kind of protection in place to protect yourself against hackers. I firmly believe that NordVPN is the best line of defense that you can set up, other than being very careful with passwords, that you can put in place to protect yourself from getting all of your cryptocurrency hacked and stolen. It happens all the time, and I don't want that for you, so make sure to sign up with the link in the description box down below. Get a big discount on a 2-year plan and sign up for under $200 and protect yourself for the entire bull market. Now let's get started. It has been said by many greats of the financial industry. Basically, name a great in the financial industry, in traditional finance, and crypto, anywhere, and you're gonna hear all of them saying the same thing. Getting to your first $100,000 of net worth is a... I'm a Christian, so I'm not going to use that word, but you know what word they use. The first $100,000 is the hardest. As somebody who has made his first $100,000 multiple times over, it is absolutely true. Getting to the first $100,000 of net worth was the most difficult step for me, and after that, things just got a whole lot freaking easier, because it's easier to grow money when you got money because of compound interest. Today, I'm going to show you how you can turn a relatively small, it's a decent size, but a relatively small investment in Solana into $100,000 so that you can kickstart your net worth journey and build some generational wealth. The story starts with Anatoly Yakovenko, the founder of Solana and the Solana project itself. Now, you've heard of Solana. Today, it is sitting at $148. I'm going to explain to you a couple of the pros, a couple of the cons, then we're going to look at the charts and figure out where it's going to go and how we can take advantage of that movement to come to make that first $100,000, which, as we all know, is hell. First things first, pros. Solana is one of, if not the fastest blockchains of its size. It's got one of the largest user bases. It's got a massive TVL, tons of projects building out on it. They got their own freaking phone. I mean, come on, I thought it was a joke when it first came out several years ago. But the second one's coming out. It's got tens of thousands of pre-orders. It's doing really well. Solana is the consumer blockchain of the future, and there is so much growth and development being built out on it that is only going to continue for many years to come. Couple of the cons, though, and there are two big ones. Number one, it has outages. We just had an outage recently. We went almost a year without an outage, but then we had a major outage about a month ago, and that really instills a lack of trust in the project, because to be honest with you, I am a champion of saying cryptocurrencies are not securities. But the issue with that is that the reason that I say a cryptocurrency is not a security is because I also at the same time say it's a blockchain, and you can't have something that is a blockchain be a security. The issue, though, is that a blockchain is supposed to be immutable, which means that it's supposed to never go down, and it's supposed to be decentralized enough that there is not a centralized organization that can come in and reboot the whole thing and do a rollback like it's a Minecraft server. Unfortunately, that is not the case for Solana. We did have an outage recently, and that does put a lack of trust in the project. I still think it's a great project, but it brings the whole securities question in an even bigger way than we've seen. The second major thing I would hold against Solana, even though I think it's a great project and is one of my largest altcoin holdings, is that it is very high in inflation. If you average out the amount of inflation that Solana has undergone, it's over 12% over the course of the last 3 years, and that is going to come up in the charts here in just a minute when I show you how we want to invest in it. That's right, about a quarter of the total supply that Solana has out right now has come into the ecosystem, into circulating supply in just the last 24 to 36 months. The reason for this this is because there are two different ways that you can pay a validator, or a miner. In this case, it's a validator. The first way is you can pay them with transaction fees. But of course, if there's very high transaction fees, it's difficult to build out the network because people have to incorporate those fees into the projects that they're building on top of the network, making those layer 2 projects less profitable, and it makes it harder for them to grow. The other way that you can pay the validators is with new coins, and unfortunately, Solana does not have a maximum supply. It has, in other words, an infinite maximum supply, but that's an oxymoron, so we just say it doesn't have one. The reason that that is a good thing but a bad thing is that it makes Solana into a very user-friendly coin with very low fees, but it's a point against the investors because it means that the amount of inflation is going to cut into your gains. Those are the two things I would hold against Solana, but again, there's an absolute mountain of things I would accredit them with. Now, with this information in mind, let's look at some charts. I'm going to show you how 250 Solana could absolutely change your life. Solana, as of this morning, Thursday, March the 7th, has rallied to $148. It's currently trading at about $147. And from a market capitalization standpoint, that puts us within spitting distance of the all-time high. Right now, we're sitting at a $65 billion market capitalization. The all-time high was at $78 billion. By the way, the inflation shows up very clearly when you toggle between price and market capitalization here on CoinMarketCap. You can see we still have to basically double to get to all-time high on price, but we're already very close to market cap all-time high. That's because of that inflation. Nevertheless, for many reasons that I have detailed earlier on this video and in other videos, I believe that Solana is going to rally to between $600 and $800 in the coming bull market, even despite the inflation. This entire run-up will probably take place over the next 12 months, and even though there is a very rapid inflation rate, it still won't be able to cut into the huge appreciation that's going to come. I think that Solana will rally to $250 billion in market cap. It could even go to $300 billion in market cap. And if Solana were to even come close to that, going to about a $250 billion market capitalization, its price would go to about $600. Here's where that 250 Solana comes into play. 250 Solana right now would cost you about $36,000 to buy. In fact, at current prices at $147, 250 Solana would cost $36,750. Now, I know that's a lot of money for most people, but I do also know that many of the people that are watching this stream have $36,000 lying around. How do I know that? Well, because I do financial coaching with you guys almost every single day, and just about every single one of you I talk to says, yeah, I got 30 grand over here I'm thinking about deploying. Let me just reiterate. I don't recommend putting everything in one basket, but this is a thought experiment for fun. If you were to buy 250 Solana at $147, or maybe you're already holding some, getting to 250 Solana is going to probably net you about $100,000 in proceeds. Why? Well, some simple math here. If we multiply 250 Solana times $600 in price, that's our conservative estimate, we get $150,000 portfolio value for the Solana. If we multiply that by 0.7, because we're going to set aside 30% for taxes, we're left with $105,000, which, in the words of Charlie Munger, is a to get. Fill in the blank. I already know what some of you are thinking. Jeb, how the heck am I supposed to come up with $36,000 in the next few months? Well, first of all, you just might not be able to. I understand that. And listen, if you can make tens of thousands of dollars in the next year on a $10,000 or $20,000 or $30,000 a year income, good for you. Like that, take that and be happy with it, because those are some great returns. Even if you do 25 Solana and you go to $600 from the current price, that's still almost $10,000. That is life-changing amounts of money if you're in your early 20s. That could be life-changing amounts of money at any point in your life. So in my opinion, consider investing in a broad base of cryptocurrencies. Make sure you got your Bitcoin and your Ethereum. Solana's a great pick. Cardano's a great pick. Chainlink's a great pick. Cosmos, Uniswap, and many more. But if you can just get into this market now before time runs out, I think you're going to have some pretty big returns. A couple of tips. Again, remember to stay diversified. Don't go all in on one project. And also remember to set aside 30% for taxes. You probably won't need that much for taxes, but you don't want to be surprised with having to owe money on taxes when you actually sell out your positions. If you're an investor in Solana, I would love to hear what you guys think about this analysis. And if you are not an investor in Solana, why not? Do some of the drawbacks of the current Solana market hold you back from investing, or are you willing to invest in Solana anyway because you think there's so much activity that's going to come into the space, which is kind of the boat that I'm in? So again, our Solana price prediction is that we're going to $600 to $800 in the coming bull market, and I believe that $250 worth of Solana could help get you across that $100,000 net worth mark and help set you on a path towards financial sovereignty and prosperity. As with anything, there's always a degree of risk that comes with investment, so make sure you're never investing with debt or investing more than you are able to lose. Also, make sure to protect your gains by signing up for NordVPN with the link in the description box down below, or by going to nordvpn.com/Jeb. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. But before I go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.